Hello everyone and welcome to the Dogbowl Food Truck. Today we'll be playing 3 Days to Live. Not gonna lie, I'm recording this several hours, recording the final episode of Leo's route in Echo. I'm in a bit of an emotional state and I needed to calm down. Now, for those that might not be aware, this is Boring Keith Ballard. This is their submission to the 2026 November Buck project game jam. I don't know anything about it other than it takes place at a furry convention, which is meta as hell, but I like it and I think it's funny. It did have, sexual theme warnings, so we're gonna have to see how much I will have to backyard barbecue through it if you catch my cold. But without much else ado, let's start. Let's shrink just a little bit here. Hi! Immediately we start with this joke. So it looks like our main character here is some Canid named Swift. Haha, yes, I sure do love female breast. How about that game on Sunday, am I right? And he spelled it the right way to everything. Fucking beautiful. I've grown to hate having to make small talk with my coworkers. It just, oh my god. Alright. We're gumming up here. Since you decided to take up be a fucking hog and take up the whole goddamn... I've grown to hate having to make small talk with my coworkers. It just feels like it's so much work. Online, I can just be myself. Whoever that is. I'm still not sure. But here, my job could depend on my ability to be whoever people want me to be. Underrated definition of emotional labor, that. Man, I just want to be a big, soft, gay cartoon animal. In fact, I am. At least, it seems obvious enough to me. Not sure how no one notices. Instead, I need to spend my daily 9 to 5 wearing clothes and pretending to be invested in my gender. Which, I could honestly take or leave. I mean, I'm basically a dude, and I like dudes. I don't really feel the need to call it anything more complicated than that. But straight people care about gender so much. Holy shit. Men don't cross their legs, they don't cry, they don't drink from straws. I think they put their jackets over mud puddles so ladies can cross them, which really seems like putting them on a pedestal. But they also rate them on a number scale, which is dehumanizing. I feel like I have to devote so much energy to memorizing all of these rules, contradictory as they are, as everyone around me seems to obey them innately. When I stumble, I could feel my mask slipping. Oh. I mean, I'm gonna say this, and I do mean it as a light-hearted joke, but good to know autistic people are getting more representation these days. But no, really, it is bullshit. The social contract of the modern age is filled with a lot of bullshit like that. And already, I like how this has eased us in to, like, a normal life, air quotes, you know? Although I will say, for me, being in a cube farm, being in an office environment, that would be absolute fucking hell. It's like McCarthyism. They ask you how you like your steaks, and it's not a question, it's a test. You say that you like it when there's still some red left in the middle, and the fragile shibboleth is maintained. That's my red scare. Sitting alone in my cubicle, I'm trying so hard not to stare at the clock right now. I'm so counterproductively focused on this task that I audibly yelp a little when I have a surprise guest. Meeting in 10, bud. Uh-oh. No, don't give in. Stand up for yourself. I swallow. Actually, Frank, I'm gonna be heading out early today? Why did I say it like it was a question? He's just staring at me now. Yeah, I got my time off request approved a few months ago. Stop asking statements. I've actually got my luggage right here. I pat my rolling suitcase that's propped next to my desk. He doesn't look at it. Since I'm going straight to the airport from here in a bit, does this man ever blink? So, anyway, I guess y'all are gonna have to go on without me. Period. I force a smile. Have a good weekend. There it is. Assertive in the top voice. Oh my god, his face! When he finally leaves, I deflate immediately. I need to get out of here. It's barely 5 o'clock and I'm already exhausted. By the time I get in, it'll already be dark out. I know most people start the con a day sooner, but can I really take an extra day off in this economy? My 3 days to live are going... Roll credits. Are going to be more like 2.5 tops. Security takes longer than I expect it to, so I reach my gate without much time left to spare. Damn, I really would like to have... would have liked to have a coffee and a sandwich before I pack myself into the leg cramp machine. Whatever. It's like a 2-hour flight, I'll be fine. Men make plans, and God laughs. We arrive in Orlando on time, descend toward the runway, and then we fly back up into the air and leave. This can happen? The pilot explains that due to the Florida weather, no planes are cleared for landing, so we're heading over to Tampa for fuel and directions. As soon as we land in Tampa, I can feel the plane heating up in the Florida sun, but they want us to remain seated even though we have no idea how long we're gonna be here. Please, there's probably a mocha with my name on it, only 100 meters away. I require nourishment. Woo! Hello! If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is an artwork by Dramamine. If it's not, I apologize. But that looks a little... And he's got the fucking Mint mobile phone, too. I sigh and pull out my phone to take it off airplane mode. Pump those social media directly into my ADHD-addled brain in this time of need. I love how absolutely self-aware with the fucking humor this is right now. Like, this really... Like, here's the thing. I have never been to a furry convention. I really want to go, but I have never been to one. I've been to 2 anime conventions, but that's back when I lived in bumfuck Arkansas. It was just a couple of mediocre anime conventions, like, and I met a few furries there, and that's how I got to like hug a fursuit for the first time and like get like group hugged by two, yeah, it was two furries. And that was really fun. I had fun there. It just it it's one of those things where it's like I'm sure this is relatable to a lot of people. You see people in the suits, you see all the artist alleys, you see those after or like shortly like before the con ends, those pictures of pencil sketches that artists that made it into the artist alley are posting all over like Blue Sky and FA. And it's like, man, you just feel like you want to be there. It's not like Disneyland where you're a child. It's not like, what is it, a Cedar Point or whatever, or Action Park, where it's like you're excited, you're running around and you're a kid. No, it's just, it looks like a place where you can get to be. And that is such a wonderful feeling to strive for. And once again, this really feels like the main character here is on the spectrum, something fierce. Like the over observation of social norms, the I don't know. It gives me that. But looks like we have a neighbor who is also a furry. Oh hey, are you going to the con too? I startle a bit at this breach of seat neighbor decorum. We're mere moments into our stranding, and society is already beginning to crumble. What? Uh, yeah, I'm going to the. I pause for a moment too long. Am I really afraid to say it in public? Furry convention. He lights up at this. Rad, dude! I thought I saw that Drama Mine background. I was right, Drama Mine. The fact that this man knows what Drama Mine is should clue you in real quick, Swift. These should clue you in real quick there, buddy boy. Outed by my damn phone. What? Now this stranger knows exactly what I've been looking at in my most private moments. Not that I'm trying to look at your phone or anything. I mean, it just kind of jumped out at me, you know? Uh-oh, did I make a face? I made a face, didn't I? I force a smile as if there's nothing that makes me happier than accidentally advertising that I spent an inordinate amount of time imagining what it would feel like to have a heavy belly resting on my lower back. We at this channel, do not judge this desire. Also, I'm gonna vanish for a second. God damn, if them fucking fingers don't look like fingers. They even have the fingernail. Those are manicured as fuck, boy. You take care of yourself, don't you? God damn! I force a smile as if there's nothing that makes me happier than accidentally advertising that I've spent an inordinate time imagining what it feels like to have a belly resting on my lower back. Oh my god. Look, man, also, let's face it. Resting on the lower back? Pretty good. Leaning forward and just losing yourself in it? Ah, man, that's just peak. No problem, man. Ask a normal question. Please ask a normal question. So, what are you? Species, I mean. Oh, give me a sec. He unzips the backpack that he'd stowed under his seat in front of him and goes fishing. It seems to take a while. to make sense of the mess in there, but eventually he freezes for a moment, a sign that he struck pay dirt. He whips out a plastic laminated badge of a brown mammal with a flattering physique and a prodigious bulge. FURRY is, man, you know, I can't say nothing because FurCon badges really do be like that. FURRY is plastered across the bottom in bold, colorful lettering. I'm a fossa. So he is. Ah, I get it now. So I was curious, I was wondering, like, why it seemed that our main character was actually a furry. It's not that he literally is an anthro, it's that this is how they see the world, and that's such a nice little touch. I like that. Because, I mean, really, that's kind of how I see it too, in a way, which I'm sure, again, this is not a unique perspective. Especially since I started using VR chat to hang out with some people, watch some movies, and other stuff. It really does make me feel comfortable and happy to get to look around and see a hyena, another hyena, an otter, sometimes a third hyena, sometimes a fourth hyena. A lot of yeens. A lot of yeens in the group that I get to hang out with sometimes. Just saying. But... And then there are those other times where I'm hanging out in, like, smaller groups with some other friends, and I get... Again, it's just, there's something magical. Especially now that VR chat has added, like, third-person view. And to just zoom out, see me sitting there on the floor next to a anthro Fallout New Vegas Night Stalker and a dragon and a cow and a Wendigo looking motherfucker, and to just let myself drop the pretense and let myself be the wolf that is sitting there in that room, in that glass house, as rain falls all around us, and I make them sit there and watch through the Final Fantasy XIV Evercold announcement. Because I am so ready. I am so ready. Inject Final Fantasy into my 14 into my veins. But yeah, it's being able to see us as our characters is honestly really liberating. You don't feel alone. A fossa? That's crazy. Only a furry would even know what a fossa is. I just find it easier to imagine people as their fursonas. They're way more memorable, of course, but it's who they chose to be. I guess it's also how I'm used to interacting with my friends. I'm used to talking to a bottomless raccoon or a dragon made of star that it's almost weird when I have to engage with them as another normal human with skin issues who pays taxes. And again, this is just like not to continue to ramble, but I will continue to ramble, he said while continuing to ramble. This is actually something that I find particularly beautiful about the furry community, is that sense of identity, is that sense of allowing yourself to build who you want to be, and to have basically everybody just take that at complete face value and accept you for it. And that's why I'm very happy that there's a very notable trans and gender non-conforming community in the furry space. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, go back to 2000 and furries, you know, we had to worry and fight for our freedom to marry as gay people. You know, move forward to today and it's the same shit, different day. People just fighting because of who they are, being marginalized by society. And I'm getting a lot of that sense of identity from this already. So already, Keith, good job, buddy. I like this. I say this like Keith's ever gonna fucking watch this. Furries aren't real, but also they definitely are. Does that make sense? Please say that makes sense, or agree to play along at least. Also, counterpoint. People do know what fossa are. They just don't realize they know. Because imagine a hippopotamus, a zebra, a giraffe, and a lion like becoming marooned on an island where they meet a group of lemurs and suddenly the fossa are attacking. People know what fossas are. Yeah, I saw one at the zoo once, and well, I couldn't get him to look at me, but he was so cool. What about you? Oh, I'm Swift. Let me just... I grab my badge out of my backpack and show it to him. Just got this last week. I thought it had gotten lost in the mail, actually. I chuckle nervously. What is that expression? He's probably thinking that my persona looks nothing like me. Yep, that's me. The pineapple with the fat ass. I feel like such an idiot. Oh my god! Please lower your voice. Look at him! He's so cute! Drawn in by all the ruckus, the old lady sitting next to him peeks over, clearly expecting to see a baby or pet photos. She is not impressed by my body pussy. God damn it! So for those that might not know or might not remember, this is the same fucker who wrote Since November. The VN that made me fucking bawl and have an emotional breakdown a little bit over having Alan Watts quoted at me. Fuck! Now he's trying to fucking kill me by making me laugh to death. Oh shit. I'm going to die in Tampa. I'm dragging my busted old luggage through a sea of strange figures in the bustling Orlando airport. I thought that I wanted some distance from that guy, but now that I'm back in public, I already miss that feeling of being pulled out of my shell. Here in a busy crowd, I withdraw back into myself out of habit, keeping quiet, trying to stay out of everyone's way. Always feeling like I'm a bit too big for whatever space that I'm taking up. Normally I consider it a victory if I can get away without anyone looking directly at me. I fool myself into thinking that I'll get a blast of fresh air as I reach the outer doors. But this is Florida. Instead, the humidity weighs me down like a used towel. What sick fuck would schedule their furry event to take place in Florida in August? Anthrocon was last month, too. No, don't go to Pittsburgh. They told me we have a pool. When there isn't a thunderstorm anyway. Which may happen several times a day. Wonderful state. Oh my god, shut up. You're already here. You're on vacation. vacate. I sigh. Anything beats work and Missouri. Trust me, you ain't never been to Missouri. Why is this character the single biggest mood? Holy shit, bro. I lived very close to Missouri. And I have a roommate who lived in Missouri. And yeah. What the fuck, man? How does he... The bus route to the hotel should take me about an hour, if I don't fuck it up. More time spent waiting and sweating, weighed down by my backpack while I gripped the handrail with one hand and my roller bag with the other. At least now I get to stand up. It's wild how much I value that after being stuck in the sky tube on the ground for too many hours today. The evening crowd waxes and wanes with the passing of each bus stop, and I start to notice the constants among them. It's even more obvious once we get off at the same stop in order to transfer buses. They're covered in dozens of tiny signifiers. A shirt with a toothy maw here, a rainbow bracelet there, and oh, actual furry stickers on luggage. How did I not spot those sooner? This guy is a lynx, that one is some kind of synth, and... No, I'm not sure about them. I think their stuff is covered in their friends. God, I wish I was covered in my friends right now. A suspiciously large second suitcase. One guess what's in there. And... does that bowling bag have ears? I catch myself smiling. I'm smiling at strangers. Can you blame me? We're a bunch of cartoon animals waiting for the bus. By the time we arrive at the hotel, I've already soaked through the back of my work shirt. Please let me shower and change. I need to be peeled. It's been a long day, but I tell myself it's almost over. The line for checking into the hotel is huge. It looks like there's only one person working at the counter. Capitalism, why are you like this? This is why you never make plans on a travel day. Even if the math seems to check out, there's going to be so much waiting every step of the way. I time travel via the doom scroll. Oh my fucking lord. Alright, hold up. Hold up. Formerly known as an artist, a new study published today confirmed that everything is bad all the time, forever! Ice cold takes and easy bakes. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I just need to be put in a machine that pets me whenever somebody puts a quarter in. Dearly departed for Megaplex. Anybody up in the club with a spare charger? Lol. All's good. What is proper convention etiquette for taking photos of people? I keep seeing so many cute suits everywhere that I want to take pictures of, but it's not very feasible to ask everyone around me if I can take their photo every time. Nah, fam! Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, if you be at a furry convention, I ain't even been to one and I know this. Asking a furry about their fursona or getting excited about their fursona is like asking a Warhammer player what army they play. It's like asking a Star Wars nerd what their favorite planet is in universe. You fucking do it, man. You're here to have a good time. You engage. But I hate to say it already, but you know, y'all know I'm a yapper by this point, so I'm gonna have to call this episode here, but welcome the 3 days to live. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good night, guys.